It looks as though I've put you wrong when saying this was going to be a pole shuffle. It's not a pole shuffle. This is a, even though it says in the program, Event 17 pole shuffle, brought to us by Printwires. So that was just put in there to confuse you, me, and
got it worked.
Everybody else. It did work. It's going to be a shootout, which means they actually race. Hayden Mackay and Trevor Elliott are supposed to be off the front.
I think Hayden's waiting for them.
I think he's half a lap ahead. He's decided I'm going to start.
Technically he's on pole.
Yeah. So Hayden Mackay, so the order we believe is this would be the points order for after the three heats. Hayden Mackay, Trevor Elliott, Malcolm Nartai, Greg Johnston, Kane Lawson, Ian Burson, Terry Soper and Gavin Hill. We believe that was the points order from the three completed heats, and therefore the order in which they will start this shootout. I can confirm we've been given the results signed off by the referees for the Super Stocks, and it was as Ivan called it. Malcolm Nartai wins it on 41 points from Harley Robb on 36 and Alex Hill on 33.
Which was half the delay because Malcolm had to switch between cars to come back out of you.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And there's the 19 car of Malcolm Nartai.
I'm trying to figure out whether having the duct tape on the roof is an improvement for the telehandler.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an acquired taste, that car, but it is very quick.
It certainly is. So
there we go.
It is going to be a pole shuffle. Okay, so this is got one piece of paper that says it's a pole shuffle, one piece of paper that says it's a shootout. Or a turkey shoot, crap shoot or something in terms of. Anyway, whatever it is, it's we're about to shoot it. Okay, so it starts from the opposite end of the list that we've got. So Gavin Hill and Terry Soper. So forget all that I said about Hayden. Hayden Mackay would have been the top qualifier then. That's what that page would have meant. The battle for 7th and 8th place between Terry Soper and Gavin Hill. Here it goes.
Off and far away, Swift in the green. There was a little bit of a beak in front, and Soper just dives through. Just about takes the right front out of the Foot HPE car. Soper's on it, he's not backing out. And Gav has a look. Track will be a little bit slicker than what they were racing on earlier. But right flag goes for Soper. And Gavin will run up high. He's ducked to the inside now on Soper. Soper's nose is just bouncing a little bit. He's going to stick the nose up there. If he can get down into Enviro. No, it looks like Soper might have closed him out. Gavin Hill comes back. Adam tries to show, and there's panel exchange. He backs out of it. So I guess when you're a sign rider, the panels don't matter.
There you go. So Gavin Hill, unless the referees say otherwise, will start the feature in 8th place, and Terry Soper moves on to challenge Ian Burson, the 3NZ car, for 6th and 7th.
The only redeeming thing for Burson is he didn't see how that race finished.
Yeah.
So as we go, we're going to bleed again around the loud pedal, the big engine of the 3NZ roaring to life. And Soper puts it in, but Burst has got this car dialed in for that high line. And he is on a number here into Enviro Waste. Soper ducks down low, but he can't pull the back of the car around. And Burson's car just, he's not leaving it wondering. He knows where the roof limiter is. As we head down the back straight once again, past the Valley Cars Warehouse Grandstand, it will be Ian Burson, to be joined by Kane Lawson.
So a pretty emphatic win there for Ian Burson, sending a signal to the rest of the field, I think. So Terry Soper will start in 7th place, and Ian Burson goes on to challenge Kane Lawson for 5th and 6th.
And just bear in mind as a race car driver, as you enter turn 1, Burson's brakes are already warm. And we're on the go, racing again. Burson gets on that loud pedal, will Lawson run it hot? No, he's going to duck to the inside on Burst. Burst might have the momentum coming past the Valley Cars Warehouse Grandstand. It is Ian Burson in the 3NZ. Lawson trying to sit down low, but I think he's going to stay there without having a run at it. You can wave goodbye to Burst. And comfortably looking at the 3NZ car moving up a spot. So this is working to Burson's advantage now. sits on points. That's the first real meaningful change. So Burson will go up ahead of Lawson, and he's now going to be joined by Greg Johnson.
So Ian Burson moves on, and Kane Lawson consigned to 6th place. Now the battle for 4th and 5th between Johnson and Burson.
And Burson gets on the loud pedal, as does Johnson. And very tight as they go into line. Oh, the wheel lifting on the 77. He had to back out of it, so he definitely set it for a sprint. But once it pitched over, he had to get out of it, otherwise he was going to bicycle himself to the wall. But credit to Johnson, mate. He is hanging with Burson. And possibly just a little bit too much. There we go. Johnson there just all out of shape as he came through too. Once again, another change in position. This pole shuffle now starting to work to Burson's advantage.
So Ian Burson moves on, and Greg Johnson there.
Malcolm Nartai will now join Ian Burson.
Back on the infield, so Nartai against Burson.
And Malcolm's certainly done a lap or two.
It's been a bit of history between
These
two over the years.
Two retired superstock drivers, or one still racing superstocks, isn't it? As they come out of Enviro Waste, it'll be on the loud pedal. Both these cars got the horsepower, and Nartai just guesses it. Who's got the heaviest right foot? Well, one would have to argue Malcolm Nartai. He is gone to that outside line, and the 19C car working beautifully. I think Burson realises he lost it on the start, unless Malcolm makes a mistake. Although Burson does rush that Enviro Waste. Nartai, he's got the groove he wants to be in. Burson will have a crack. He's very taily off too. Malcolm settles that car down, and Burson will run in hot, but Malcolm knows, catch me one thing, passing me's another, and Malcolm Nartai moves on through, so he retains his position, and he's up against Trevor Elliott.
Okay, so he'll start from at least 3rd position on the grid. Trevor Elliott challenges him now, and just Hayden Mackay to go after this.
Probably no surprises if you were to ask who had the heaviest foot in the Super Saloon Road.
Yeah, true.
Trevor Elliott goes high, Nartai low. They will come off Enviro Waste. And who's going to gas it first? That will be Trevor Elliott gets on, and Nartai stays with him. Elliott goes high, and Nartai looks like he's going to have to settle back in. I don't think he's going to let go of it that easily though. Trevor, and here comes Nartai up the inside. They're going to touch. No, they didn't. How they pulled that up, I don't know. Well, Elliott's going to know he can't lift at all, and he's going to race with not Malcolm. So Malcolm's just ventured down to the low part of the track to see what the car will do, and absolutely nothing is what we've discovered. And Malcolm's backed out of this one. He's going to let Trev go. He'll be able to give some feedback to his crew and go, no, she's slipped down low. So Elliott moves through.
So no problem for Malcolm Nartai there to start off the 2nd row of the grid. I think he'd be perfectly happy with that.
Well, it's effectively where he was anyway. He's not a meaningful gain there. Burson's the one who's gained out of all of this. And Elliott versus Mackay.
Winner of this will get to choose who goes off pole.
Well, it's almost a on the loud pedal. Mackay. We're going to go yellow, and what have we got? Debris on the track? Have we jumped the start, or what have we done? No, we're going to restart it. I would have thought that wasn't quite the game, but green's in the air. We are supposed to be side by side. We are. Trevor just steps out a little bit. Mackay in the Port Hills Truck Centre Arbotech car, running down that outside line, and we know the 86 car sits up there nicely. We certainly know Hayden's not scared of the wall, and in 2 laps he's not going to run out of brakes. As Mackay, car does look like it's got understeering a little bit as he enters the corners, but bearing in mind that they'll be setting these cars when they go back in the pits for a 30-lap race, and expect them to be a little bit tight. And the checkered has gone to Mackay. Effectively, Burson's the one that's gained out of the pole shuffle.
Definitely, the one that moved furthest forward. Interesting, I think, when you look at, say, you think back to Terry Soper's lines through one, particularly through turn 1 and also coming out of turn 2 there right at the beginning, and you compare that to what we've just seen with these two guys. Top drivers, top cars, great horsepower. They had to lift, Terry Soper could keep his foot down early on when the track was much grippier. That's the difference the slicking off makes over a period of time.
Interesting, because normally I put my money on Richie Taylor, but he's missed the grip. They'll chase that boom, and it'll move further and further up, and the water truck's just about up where the drive line is. But eventually that'll disappear, and the bottom part of the track, where it's slick and horrible, will be where these cars are going to have to race, because it's the shortest way around the track.
Yep, and it will be the quickest way around.
Celebrating 25 years in business and with over 1,000 machines nationwide, AccessMan are providing elevated work platforms to the New Zealand construction industry, delivering on the service they're renowned for. AccessMan provide cherry pickers, scissor lifts and knuckle booms with a focus on safety at height. Their machines have all the latest safety features available. Call 0800 2GET HIGH, that's 0800 2GET HIGH.
Take it high.